this is your bridge design drawing. The first thing you need to do, we have our paper. If you can't tell, there are grid lines on here. And let's see, is that lighting better? I don't know. It says you need to choose a truss bridge design. So you should have written on your paper yesterday on your bridge planning what you wanted your bridge design to be. So you need to choose, and again, whichever one you chose, that's the one we're going with. So for this example, I did Pratt. So across the top of my paper, I'm going to write Pratt Truss. And also put your name. Because you will be turning these in. Okay, the next thing you need to do is draw your bottom beam. So you're going to draw how long you want your bottom of your bridge to be. And these squares are 1/4 of an inch, which means for every square there are, or for every inch there are 4 squares. Now I have decided I want my bridge to be 11 inches. That's the minimum. Look at what you did yesterday. So we're going to draw 11 inches. And now this is the bottom of my truss, so it needs to be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to actually make it 1 square by 1 square tall. So I'm going to line up my ruler with the other square, and I'm going to go right along it. So now I have the bottom. So this is 11 inches. That's an 11. So it's the bottom. And then I need to decide how tall I want my bridge. You decided this yesterday, so this is where it comes in. I decided that I want my bridge to be 3 inches. That means from the bottom to the top, it's going to be 3 inches. So I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to line up the very bottom of my bridge with the bottom of my truss with 3, and I'm going to measure on a line, the end line, and I'm going to go up to where the 0 is because that is 3. See? 3. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So line this up with 3, go up to where the 0 is, make my mark. So that is the height of my bridge. Okay? And I'm going to lightly draw this in because I'm not 100% sure where my bridge starts and stops, because some bridge designs, lightly draw this in, you know how some bridge designs, they have the slants? That means the top is way shorter than the bottom. But some bridges, they're the same size. But because my top is shorter than my bottom, I'm not sure where my top's going to be. So I'm also going to go down a whole row because, again, my top and bottom of my truss needs to be super strong. Okay, so there's my top, there's my bottom. Okay, the next step is to go through here, and every 4 lines we're going to put a dot. So we're going to go put a dot. And this is going in the middle, not where you drew a line. So we're going to put a dot, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and put a dot. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, put a dot. 1, 2, 3, 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 dot. 1, 2, did I mess up? No. 1, 2, 3, dot. 1, 2, 3, dot. 1, 2, 3, dot. And if you did this correctly, and your bridge is an even 11 inches, 12 inches, or even 12 and a half, you will end evenly. So if we line this up with 0, we can see that wherever there's an inch marking, there's a dot. Okay? Now, the next step is to transfer these dots to our middle. So wherever I have a dot on a line, I need to put the dot also to the top. Okay? So we're transferring our dots to the top. Again, they're in the middle of our top beam, okay? So go all the way down. Make sure they're on the same vertical line. Okay. And this is going to become your bridge, believe it or not. Look at these dots. Remember last week how you already had the dots given to you? Well, now you have to put your own dots. Okay, so once you have your dots, the next step is to start connecting your dots. Okay, now my design looks like this. So it angles over, which means I'm going to take my bottom and I'm going to angle into my top. Like so. And then because mine is a pattern that meets in the middle, that means that I need to do the same thing on one side. If you have a pattern that is the same all the way across, start on one side and go all the way over. So if your pattern is the Warren, it's the same all the way across. So you'll start here and you'll just work your way over. But if you're like the Pratt or the Howe or the K-Truss, you want to do one side, then do the other. So you're going to work your way each side. Okay? So since I am doing the Pratt, I need to, what I do on one side, I need to do the other side. So we're going to line it up and we're going to connect. And now that I've done this, I now know where the actual top of my bridge ends. So the top of my bridge actually ends here. So all of this is extra that can now be erased. So then this is officially the ending of the top of my bridge. So I can erase all of this as well. See? Okay, starting to look like a bridge now. And now we just go through and follow the pattern. So in the Pratt design, if you look at it, there are vertical lines. Okay, so I do have a little mistake there, but so next thing I need to do is connect all my verticals. So I'm going to connect these verticals all the way down because the Pratt has verticals. And remember what you do to one side, you do to the other side. And I'm connecting my dots. Okay. So now we have all of our verticals in. The next step is to connect. So my Pratt, we're going to connect every other dot. So this went to this, so then this is going to come down to this. And remember, the Pratt slants down. Okay? And once I do to that side, I'm going to do to this side. And then we go on to the next one. And what I do to one side, I do to the other side. So we go back over. Okay. We do the next one. And we keep going until they meet with a V. Now, depending on your measurements, yours may meet with a double V. That's perfectly fine. I wonder, would a double B be a double U? See, mine's going to meet with a double. Nope, mine's going to meet with a single V. So this is the Pratt, and you might want to outline and make things nice and dark and obvious. Okay. There we go. Now your next step is going to be to color code it. So you're going to need to measure your lines, and you're going to want to make things that are the same length, the same color. Okay, so you need to measure your lines, and you are going to be seeing how long each thing is. So this top right here is 9 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and outline this in red. You can choose whatever color you want. This is my red. And use your ruler. Okay, use your ruler. Make sure these lines are straight. Now, let me just check. Is this 9 inches? Totally not. That's 11. So I need one 9-inch wide piece. Okay. And then let's do the bottom. just because we have it right here. So this is 11 inches. So again, I'm going to outline this. Ooh, keep the ruler straight. Put your hand in the middle. Follow your own directions, Miss Greer. Okay. So this is 11 inches, so I'm going to need one 11-inch wide piece. Okay. Now we need to do our diagonals. So let's see, are all of my diagonals the same size? Well, this is 3 inches. How long is this? 3 inches. Okay, so it seems like they're all the same size. So we're going to go ahead and just color them all the same size, same color. So there's 1, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to rotate our ruler. 7, 8, 9, 10, and this last one, 11. So I need 11 3-inch pieces. And these aren't wide, so these are just normal size pieces. Okay, and then we have our up and down. So let's see, how long are our up and downs? Okay, well they hit right here. So this is a 2-inch. This is the hat. Oh, there's a glare on the ruler. Okay, well, there's my lamp. So let's see if you can see this. Okay, let's go here. So we have 0, 2-inch, 1/2 inch, and it ends right about there. So we're going to call these 2 1/4 or 2 3/4. Now I need to measure and see how many there are. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, my lamp's in the way. 7. Actually, that's the camera stand. 8, 9, 10. So I need 10 of those. Now what I just did was I just made my shopping list. So when I get my materials from Miss Greer, I can go in and go ahead and figure out how many of what size I need. I can get them cut and then just assemble the bridge. Okay, make sure you have 2 ways that you need to turn this in. So you're going to need to first upload a picture of this onto Canvas. And then you are going to turn this into me. Okay, so I am going to need this. So you'll just fold it in half and you will give it to me. This is your blueprints. This is what you need to turn in.